Alright, here we go. Kaabo Wolf King GT motor. Go out, get yourself, I know everybody's got an Amazon box. Grab an Amazon box, protect your garage wherever you're doing it at. This is the old motor. If you saw my last video, I pulled the Kaabo Wolf King GT motor apart, let you know that it's not waterproof, showed you all the rust. Didn't bother cleaning it up too much, that's just with a wire brush. And also, I don't know how well it would do at insulating the hall sensors from water. So when I do this on the actual motor, I plan on getting some more of the silicone and doing a better job at it than the company did. So that's what I'll do for the hall sensor. But for now, what I'm gonna do is I showed you this insulating varnish. If you look this up, this is real good for hub motors, like motors for your refrigerator, all those electrical components, motor windings, stopping corrosion and stuff. And I also showed you in a previous video that it worked on my Kaabo Mantis. So I'm gonna spray this, and then I'm gonna throw some salt water on it. I'm gonna leave it outside, and we'll see how well it does. Salt water just to, try to speed up the rust. So we're gonna see. Let's see. And I would cover up all these bearing areas too. Don't just spray it. That's where your bearings go. You need some electrical tape on that and on the screw areas on both sides. And probably, if this stuff's not safe for a hall sensor, which I don't know yet, you're gonna want to cover up your hall sensor right there. I imagine that it is safe, but the thing is, how well is it gonna protect the electrical part, like the hall sensor, how sensitive it is from water? That's really what I'm concerned about. So just give it a couple coats of paint. Don't do it all at once. You don't want it to be all runny and uneven, especially on the magnets, because there's a very small gap between the magnets and between the two magnets. I don't know what the other part of the stator and I don't know what the hub part. So you don't want to spray maybe too many layers of paint. You don't really need that many layers. But on the windings, I guess you can get a little more layers in there so it can seep into the windings. Alright, I'm gonna pause this and we'll come back. Alright, this is how we look. I should have left some exposed. I really should have, so that we can see where it rusts. But maybe I'll sand some off. I left this part kind of exposed, and then maybe I'll sand a little paint off of here to show that it will rust. And then we'll see. Just a learning process. Okay, learn this from the internet too. If you want to keep this tip on your spray cans nice and neat, you see it's all gunked up. First, wipe it off. Wipe it off with something. Get it a little clean. And you want to keep a nice spray pattern. So what you do is you just turn the can upside down, just like that, and spray until you get nothing, and stop. Alright, so we got salt water. Let's try to get that mixed in. I just scraped off a little bit of the rust. It'll be so bad, we'll be able to tell the difference. Let's see. Get this little piece out. And we got the painted Stator. So I'm gonna put the painted one inside this rusted one. See what happens. Yeah, check it out. Pretty cool. Didn't paint that side just to see what would happen to it too. But you can see this is how the other side looks. And this is how this side looks. So, painted surface, not painted surface. Yeah, it's already raining outside. I should just leave it out there. But I'm gonna go the extra mile. Pour this, you can see the salt in there. Pour this salt water all over it. Yeah, let's see what happens to that. Yeah, here we go. Let's see what happens. Alright, so a couple hours. Look how thick it's already caking on there. It does not take long with salt water, especially if it was already rusted. That's crazy if you live near oceans. I mean, I live in the Bay Area, so somewhat near ocean. If you bring your stuff near an ocean, get some of that salty air on it. I don't know. Maybe it'll get it. Let's see. Probably scratched off some of my paint now. Alright, I can't hold this phone. Alright, so I did scratch off some of my paint. But will you look at that? That definitely does not look like I scraped it with that wire brush at all. Let's see. Look at the difference. It's already what it was. Compared to what it's becoming in just a couple hours. And here's the painted side. Just scratched off some of the paint from pulling it out, but as you can see, there you go. This thing's, it really won't get scratched when you put it in there and it all stays together. You're not like removing your motor frequently. I wouldn't know why you would do that anyway. So, got a lot of stuff coming in the mail, mostly for this. That's the Hall sensor, and I don't know how safe it is covered with paint. I think it is safe because it is insulating varnish made for electronics, but I just can't find anywhere on the internet. So I just bought some silicone glue. I'm just gonna put it over it. Probably put it like down here, cover the connections a little better. Look how good that looks though. It's crazy. So for the Kaabo, you can see exactly where the bearings sit, so probably wouldn't paint that. And then the bearings do rust too. So there's that stuff Corrosion X. And I might spray on the bearing a little bit. Because they had it on moving parts. They were spraying it on automotive moving parts. So, let's see. This is how it looked. I always contemplate whether or not I should put weep holes on these motors, because if water can get in, the least that we could do is let it get out. But the goal is to not have any water at all. So when I do seal the motor again, I bought some black gasket maker. I'm gonna just put it on this part here. And you can see there's less screws on this side. So this part, this little lip hugs inside. So maybe that'll help keep me from putting any gasket on the motor. Okay. So there you go. Insulating varnish. Like I said in my other videos, it's already on my Kaabo Mantis. Been there for like 3,000 miles. No issues.